Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bank, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral. We have with us Riya Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Riya, welcome to the show. Let's start with what's happening with the dollar index. It's hovering towards the low for the week. In fact, a couple of days ago, the dollar index also hit a 2.5 month low. Are you expecting this kind of pressure to continue?
Uh, yes, it might continue unless the numbers come in for the US. So the major concern which is pulling down the dollar is with respect to the inflation numbers. So US consumer expectation numbers will be coming out soon, and this will put a light onto what are the inflationary pressure that is building up on the economy. If you look at the Fed notes, so they have said that it will be a one-time thing and it will be controlled one. But the expectations and the kind of rise into the commodity price that we are witnessing, the expectation is that it might come beyond the benchmark target that the US has kept for itself. So there is a huge anticipation and expectation that is around this US data. So this is pushing the or keeping the dollar near the lows. Otherwise, if you look at the rollouts of the vaccine have been good for the US right now, and on the central bank part, they have stated that they'll keep the interest rate low in order to support the economic recovery. So only the numbers, if they do come in good, will give the boost to the dollar index. Otherwise, even if you see the last Friday's economic numbers, so they have only created a quarter of what was expected from the from the whole economy. So this is further pushed the sentiment on the lower side for the dollar index. So it will remain hovering towards the lows unless there's some good numbers that will support the dollar index bullish side.
Right, so that's with regards to where the dollar index goes. Now, simultaneously, if you see the pound, that has also rallied against the dollar and it's testing levels that we had seen in the month of February. How do you see it moving from here on?
So the pound was always was on a stronger note against the dollar. The uh, the recent profit taking that had happened was owing to the overbuild into the longer side positions onto the sterling. But I think the major boost that it received today was due to the fading, Scottish independence referendum. So the local political elections that was held with respect to the same. So the UK did, performed very well into that, and the immediate Scottish independence referendum is, is expected to be uh, will take a longer time, or there's still that the work will be done on that part. So I think the this political aspect and the UK economic recovery altogether is pushing the sentiment on the higher side for the pound, and the dollar hovering around the lower lows is again helping the pound on painting the bullish picture scenario. But if you look at the momentum, it has remained quite restricted in the intraday session as well. So whether it will hold on to it or not, it still remains a little uncertain unless dollar does pick up. But I think for now, like said before, it remains supportive on a shorter term, at least against the dollar.
Right, so that's with regards to where the pound is concerned. Very lastly, we have with regards to the Indian rupee. That has continued a stronger stance against the dollar. What's your forecast from here on? Do you see the rupee to continue pick up strength?
The if you look, the Indian rupee did appreciate in the last session and today in the opening session, but it has retreated from those levels Uh, and the recent appreciation could be owing to the weakness in the dollar, or if you look at the overall economic recovery, it is of the global market, it is doing pretty, on is on a progressive path. So it could be result of the uh, eventually rise into the risk appetite of the global market. Other than that, the domestic markets have been doing good, and FIIs have remained a net buyers for now. So I think this is pushing the Indian rupee on appreciative path. There could be a central bank play as well. But if you look at the appreciation, will it last or not? It remains a little inconclusive, because it has been receiving quite a selling pressure on the higher side, even whether talking about the today's session or a session before. So it has remained pretty restrictive to go beyond beyond the threshold of the listed resistance. So I think it couldn't be said that it has resumed its depreciation phase against the dollar, but I think a good open into the green on the intraday chart would give some hope if there is an again depreciation phase that will be coming in. Because even if you look at the COVID-19 numbers and everything, the domestic scenario still remains very poor, and this will affect the economic recovery numbers as well. And with the unscheduled RBI meetings, meetings coming in, so this is also posing what kind of threat that is there to the economic recovery. So I think there could be a little conclusive with respect to the momentum of the rupee, and it could now enter into a wide consolidation range.
Right. So with all of this, Riya, what are the strategies that you would want to recommend?
The strategies that you can go forward with is actually going long into the Euro INR. It has received quite a downtick into the intraday session, but has recovered quickly. So look for a breakout of 89.54 for a target of 89.72, 89.82. Keep a strict SL at 89.45. The next pair that you can go long into is pound. Look for a breach of 104.02, and if the pair respects the same and trade above the same, it will definitely test the higher highs of 104.25, 104.35. So you can keep that as a target. Maintain a strict SL at 103.85 for the pound INR. As far as rupee goes, look for a breach of the consolidated range that it is trading right now. It did, it did open on a stronger note, but again is seemingly will end on a weaker note. So it is currently trading. Just a second. So yes, look for a breach of the levels for the USD INR. 73.45 seems to be a very supportive level for the rupee. So look for a breach of 73.45. It could test the lows of 73.25 if it breaches the same, or if there is a breakout of 73.65, it can test the levels of 73.76, 73.96. So it will be a very consolidated range to trade in. And just look out for these levels in order to trade into the USD INR.
Right. So these are strategies that we should be watching out for as well. Thank you, participants. Thank you, Riya, for joining in.